Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein. You did it. I didn't. You did it. Shut the fuck up. Remember, they're just jokes. We're all gonna die soon, and there's no sequel. So, yeah, remember that. Shut the fuck up.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia.
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh, yeah. I was surrounded by them. First of all, for me, the person that was doing it to me the most, you know, well, I mean, I could say that the two people that did it to me were both close friends of mine. Or so I thought.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Feldman claims Haim endured more than him. In his book, Choreography, he alleges that Haim was raped on the set of the 1986 film Lucas. The following year, 1987, their film, The Lost Boys, came out.
It was when we were both on the set of Lost Boys that, you know, things were happening to both of us, you know, not from anyone on the set, might I clear that up, but, you know, outside elements.
How did people not know when these are two, or did they know and they just weren't doing anything about it?
I mean, I know he told a lot of people. That's the thing that's so upsetting to me. It's not like it's just me that knows this story.
Other people know.
A lot of people know.
They're still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
Back in 2013, on The View, Feldman was insistent that perpetrators are still out there, but says he won't name names due to statute of limitation laws in California. He also has another reason that echoes something we've heard regarding Harvey Weinstein.
From what I've seen, every time somebody tries to bring up a public name and they have a lot of money and power and a publicity machine behind them, the person who does the accusing is the one that ends up looking bad.
They would pull away the better looking younger kids and keep them for their own after party, and it would turn into a pool party. And then they'd have their rules. Oh, there's no swimsuits on in the pool.
In the wake of the Weinstein scandal, the producers of the film An Open Secret about teen sex abuse in Hollywood released the film for free on Vimeo for 9 days. Much of the film focuses on the organized system within Hollywood for grooming and then abusing children.
At the end of the day, it's gotta change. There's so many people out there that have been affected by this.
You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. That's a show about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer, and it's still more fun than this, okay? Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself, just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up! I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Some breaking news right now. Disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein has taken his own life while he was behind bars here in New York City. Epstein was facing sex trafficking charges. NBC News investigative correspondent Tom Winter now has the very latest. Tom, what more do we know?
Peter, what we know now is that at 6:39 this morning, the fire department and EMS here in New York City got a phone call from MCC, which is a federal detention facility here in Manhattan in New York City, where Jeffrey Epstein was being held awaiting trial. They took him to New York's downtown hospital. He was in cardiac arrest, and he was pronounced there. What we know from officials that have been briefed on what happened, he was found and appeared that he had hung himself.
On the morning of August 10th, 2019, convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was discovered dead in his cell at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Lower Manhattan. Then U.S. Attorney General Bill Barr ordered an immediate investigation.
We will get to the bottom of what happened, and there will be accountability.
Several days later, the chief medical examiner of New York City ruled his death a suicide. But major questions remain, including how and even with what he may have killed himself. Our review of the evidence uncovered troubling inconsistencies and points to major problems in the government's handling of the case. More than 6 years later, key details of Jeffrey Epstein's death remain unresolved and unknown. CBS News' 60 Minutes first obtained 90 crime scene photos tied to the U.S. Justice Department's 2023 final report. Those photos, taken by New York's Office of the Chief Medical Examiner, raise more questions than they answer. Some of these images are being released here for the first time. Crime scene experts who reviewed them were sharply critical, saying Epstein's cell should have been treated like a crime scene. By all appearances, it wasn't.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, well, well. We are back again, and we should be, hopefully. Yeah, if I've done it correctly, of course. Shock horror. We should be live. Live indeed. From the rolling hills of Murrayshire in the far, far northeast corner of bonny, 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 bonny Scotland. Where else would you rather be? Answers on a postcard. Of course, there is no better than here in bonny Scotland, right? Sure. Let's go with that. So, if I've done it correctly, because you know when you've been away, say for, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you do something you've not done. Yeah. Is it, or it, what, just me? Okay. Probably just me, right? But hey, we're back again. So, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are in this absolutely insane world that we live in. Holy fucking moly. Honest to God, man. Where do you even start? At the beginning. Yeah, wherever that is, right? Maybe we'll find out where the beginning is from the Epstein files, right? Sure. Yeah, why not? Hey, what there will basically, in my view, there will basically be no end to the so-called dumping, if you like, of these Epstein files. I can't see it. I'm afraid it's going to go on for probably decades and decades and decades. And yeah, so maybe we'll never hear the end of it, to be honest. And I would imagine we're going to see similar kind of scenarios and so-called investigations, if you can call it that, in the near future. Now, I could be wrong, but they'll kick the arse right out of it. I can guarantee you that. That's what they do, right? We know how they. Well, we have an idea as to how they operate. So I've kind of kept an eye. I mean, like I said previously, time-wise, content time, content creation time-wise, not that great. So I kind of take what I can. So I'll be on when I can, and uh, I mean as many times as I can, right? I mean the whole thing is content creation for me. The live streaming as well is something that we started later, but it's kind of stayed there. Yeah, I know. Don't ask me, but we're still here. Hey, we're still here. We're still going. What can I say? We've got to, in the face of the insanity that we're in, we've got to be strong. We've got to keep our head high. We've got to keep going, man. I mean, yeah, by all means, you take time out is when you need it. You take time out, you refresh, you recharge, because the world that we're in, holy bloody moly. I mean, I've came on so many times, and I shouldn't laugh, to be fair. But I do because it's so incredibly insane. The majority of people that are unaware, let's say, they would never believe it, which is another interesting thing as well in regards to the Epstein files themselves. Because a lot of what's coming out currently, and will by the looks of it continue to, is I mean, it's basically stuff that's been talked about in the past. It's confirming a lot of stuff that might have been deemed a wee bit untrue, conspiratorial, off the chart, fucking bonkers, batshit crazy, let's say. And all of a sudden, uh, all that, well, a good portion of that is now being dumped on the masses by scale, mass scale. And it comes from the very, very top, and it also gets pushed by the very, very highest of so-called mainstream media, right across the board, man, continually. And it's, I think a lot of people who were a wee bit unaware or maybe a wee bit dismissive of such an insane reality, they're now kind of thinking, well, actually, wait a minute. Maybe maybe the world is a bit fucking mental after all. And to be fair, that would be being polite, to be honest. So yeah, we'll cover a few bits tonight, mainly touching on, well, I'll show you what we'll get into, but of course the Epstein files, and I think we're gonna go maybe I don't know, probably better that I don't say. Don't put a time on it, but not too late. We'll go with that, right? Whatever time that is gonna be. So, if I can work it, we'll do a slideshow, and before that, we'll say hello if anybody is out there. If it's working, is it recording? Is it working, man? So, and you can kind of let me know in the. I mean, so much is coming out in the Epstein files. It's a bit like, yeah. I mean, what do you talk about? Do you know? So I guess you've kind of cut. In a way, you've got to kind of do a bit of digging yourself, possibly. I mean, there is a lot of people out there who talk about it. A kind of grim side of the world that we're in. Because I mean, as mad as the world is, there is a lot of good people in the world. Fuck me, man, a lot of good people. Do you know? So it's not as bad as it can be. It's not all doom and gloom. Uh, People can get by. You can progress if you like in whatever field or mentally, physically. Uh, I mean, without getting all fucking, I don't know, Hare Krishna or whatever, I do kind of firmly believe that, in a sense, you could achieve anything you want to achieve. You've just got to believe that you can. And I remember my dad always said that, and I kind of thought, nah, I don't buy it. Can't see it. But I don't know. The older I get, I'm a bit like, well, maybe. I think there might be something in that. Um. So let me know, right? What's the answer? Let me know. Answers on a postcard again. Bonnie, Scotland. Um. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of stuff, right? There's a lot of names came out. Um. Names that are mentioned. I'm sure they were talking about Donald Trump being mentioned. I'm sure they said about 38,000 times, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? I don't even think I've said 38,000 words in my lifetime. It's like fucking that seems a bit. I don't know, man. That surely that would be too much, right? I mean, was this a daily occurrence? That I don't know, man. There's a lot of things about it I just find a bit peculiar. Um, and I kind of think as well. Do you know where are these files coming from? Who exactly is providing? Is it the FBI? They fucking somehow accumulated this mass files, and I kind of think, how much can we really trust the source of these emails? Do you know? So I guess, like anything, we we take it with a pinch of salt. But again, going back to a lot of people who in the past were deemed conspiracy theory, and a lot of it's now kind of having light shed upon it. Yeah, it's kind of coming out. It's coming out. It's all coming out, man. Everyone's gonna know. Could it be to piss people off? I don't know. To be honest, I can't see. It would have to be it would have to be big to piss people off here. I mean, there is a lot of people who, if you like, they would fight back um, against a tyrannical system. But I mean, look at 2020, man. When you look at 2020, and again, I probably shouldn't laugh, but yeah, I did kind of think, well, people are going to say, do you know, businesses and uh, the kind of commercial side, a lot of them are going to say, look, fuck you, man. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. But I mean, there were, I can't, when I think back, I can't recall many businesses in my area saying anything against it, to be honest, and thinking, right, I'm going to stay open. I do know one or two people who did defy it and tried to stay open, and the police were round and trying to close them down. Do you know? And I kind of thought people might have a bit of fight back then. So I don't know what it would take. Do you know? They're bringing out all these files. Are people going to get angry from it? I don't know. But I think overall, no matter what the kind of agenda is here, people are clearly being desensitized to some very, very, very gruesome sides of the world that we're in. Because I can't see it going away. I can't see it. And over time, it's going to be nothing to the average, the masses, if you like, the average, the average Joe on the street, whatever that is, right? What would that be today? So I don't know, but I never give up hope, you know? I always think that we're still here today, so we can do it. We can keep going. I think we could be entering now quite a turbulent few years to come, in many aspects as well. And we've hey, for years now we've been talking about it. The so-called events that are going to come, the potential war theater that they like to erupt now and then throughout eternity. Really, let's face it, that's not new. I mean, nothing's new, really. Nothing at all, man. There's nothing new under the sun whatsoever, and we appear to be just going in this vicious cycle, man. Do you know the kind of bigger picture of it? And I talked about this on the last Jacobites about 2 weeks ago. Do you know, as a kind of civilization, are we in some kind of cycle where we we're born, let's say, we grow up, we get wiped out, but then we somehow emerge again through maybe survivors or, I don't know, freak fucking nature. And then the cycle basically repeats itself. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't say either way, but you would think that's the kind of way it's going, right? And but that made me think as well. If that is the case, right? Let's say we are in some kind of, let's call it a vicious cycle on a on the widest of scale. If let's say you thought to yourself, right, we're gonna try and stop the cycle. We're gonna stop it from happening and interfere with the cycle of the universe, if you like. What would that then? What would happen then? What would that entail? Would you have broken the cycle? Is it going to make it worse? Will it put in reverse? So, do you know, really we can be, in a sense, our own worst enemy. Um, yeah, but it is. I can see things heating up, in particular with the situation between America and, well, the rest of the world, basically. I shouldn't say America because, I mean, yeah, the way it is. Hey, of course they've got Trump. They've got Donald Trump calling all the shots, right? But who's really in control of America? There's a question for you. I've asked that quite a few times to people, and yeah, there's one or two countries usually that get mentioned. Do you know? But again, hey, they're all in it together, side by side, brothers in arms, if you like. But people tend to say, well, do you know? I think well, 9 out of 10 maybe would say Israel control America. I can see why, but I don't know. I kind of think it would be more somehow the UK. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. But I kind of feel it would be more in that direction. And I would actually say that if anybody owned anybody, it would be America and Britain that owned Israel. I mean, we must, right? We've put that much money into it. Because again, where did they get all the money from? It's fucking usually the UK or America. Do you know? They're the ones that tend to fund and pull the strings, if you like. So I would tend to lean towards that. But again, hey, they're peas in a pod when it comes to my opinion. And if you look at any kind of, let's say 9/11 in particular, you can look at that scenario and say, well, if the CIA's there, Mossad's going to be there, and you can probably put good money on MI5 somewhere there or thereabouts as well. Because in again, in my view, they're all one entity in their reality. Maybe not in our world, but in their reality, it's they all work for the same the man, if you like. At least that's my kind of take. And they're always fucking evil as the next one. Do you know? People bat on about. I mean, I always find it quite ironic when it comes to the kind of British establishment trying to school a country on how to be democratic and the way they should live their life and whatnot. And I kind of think, fuck off, just who gives a fuck what they do? Concentrate on yourself. But at the same time, it's like, well, you've hardly got a leg to stand on. Do you know? The British Empire. Telling people what's right and wrong. I tend to find that quite funny. And I think the Americans say a kind of similar thing with uh, the so-called American government. The American government who hand in hand with the UK, destroy countries like Iraq and Afghanistan. Oh, but yeah, Bin Laden, right? Woo! The planes. The planes, yeah. Of course. Who could forget? Who could forget? We better say hello, actually. I was going to just carry on there. What I'll do is I'll put... can I work the screen? There's a question, right? Here we go. We should be cooking. I should have checked the comments before because um I'm an idiot, but there you go. I should have checked them before this time. What time are we on? Ah, we're all right. We're not too bad. I thought it was about 40 minutes there, but we're only at, well, 25 currently. So we're all good. When I'll be back after this, I don't know, man. Touch wood, I'll be back, right? I will be back though, and I will continue. So it might not be as frequent, but I'll still be here. I'll still be here. God granted, of course. So you're stuck with me, I'm afraid, right? Bastard, they said. Come off. Sick of this bugger already. So we're back again. I hope everyone's doing okay. I can see. I don't know why the screen's so fucking small on that side. Um, but then that makes the screen, the main screen, small. Ah, you can't win, man. You can't win. So I seen Toffee in the hood. Good to see you, Toffee, back again. Long time no see. Hopefully we can we can get a catch up again. That would be great. Of course, I spoke with Sensum before, and then he had some technical issues. Spicy Spanish salami in the hood. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Tic Tac back again. Oi oi in the hood. I hope you're doing well. And oh, there we go. Justine back again. The beautiful Justine. Good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Always a pleasure. And I did see Wendy B. There you go. 3377 in the hood. So we know your prison number now. We'll write you a letter, right? What prison are you in? Is it Guantanamo? I don't know why. Has anyone found out why YouTube done that? It just decided to give everybody a prison number. Yeah, quite telling. Who else did I see there? Blaze in the hood. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I also did see. Oh, sod it. Oh, sod it. Back again. I hope you're doing well. 3 holes in the ground. Aye. Never mind. Who told you about them? Who told you about? Oh, are we talking about Epstein here? Yeah, it could be more. Do you know he did try to buy the 2 islands? Well, one in particular next to the island that he's got. And but the guy wouldn't sell it. But then seemingly Epstein got I think it might have been the Saudi prince to set up a company and go out and purchase this particular island. But I think the guy never he didn't fall for it. So he was trying to buy it through this I'm sure it was the Saudi prince. I'm unsure of the exact name, but I remember reading that. And seemingly he was trying to buy this island. And I thought, I wonder, well, I dread to imagine actually what truly goes on in these islands. Well, in particular, the Epstein Island, but do you know, I doubt it stops there. Do you know? And I mean, it's grim. It is very fucking grim, man. So grim. And yeah, I can't see that being it. I just can't. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I so hope I'm wrong. Do you know, I mean, when it comes to Epstein and individuals who, let's say, are similar, they appear to create some kind of, I think you would call it an infrastructure to enable the kind of satanic life that they seem to lust. So when it comes to a kind of global, across the board infrastructure, there's more than one fucking person connected to that. Many, many more. To, I mean, probably it's probably worse than I even can. Not that I fucking know very much, but that we could comprehend, man. Do you know? I reckon we wouldn't even know the half of it, and I don't think we would want to. But it won't go away, man. It will not go away. I can see it being dragged the fuck out for many, 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 many years down the line. So, oh sod, it's a way to dig 3 holes in the ground. Um, yeah, good luck with that. I've actually dug a grave in the past, not a complete full size one, but part through working at the council, not in my own time. Quick, phone the police. So yeah, buried my first person that particular time. Which hey, that's the way you do what you do, right? You do what you do to pay the bills. So good to see Justine in the hood and Wendy and anybody that I missed quickly. Mad Fox McCafferty back again, a long-term sufferer of that's life, but not as we know it. No job, Sean, back again. Good to see you, Sean. I hope you're doing well. And I did see Frank, the information tank, back again. I hope you're doing well, Frank. And thank you for the emails as well. Much appreciated. Anybody there that I missed? Sean, Justine, Millie loves him. Go in the hood. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Justine, Wendy, and for your health only, like for your eyes only, not yours, mine. I hope you're doing well. I should know your name, right? I'm sure I know your name, but hey, it's me. It's me. So good evening. We'll call you Jimmy tonight, right? That'll do. Let me see. I haven't posted much on Spacebook since 2020. Yeah, I tend to not post very much myself these days. I remember when I think it must have been in 2009 or 10. I think it must have been 9 that I went on Facebook, but I didn't want to. Honest to God, I did, and I'm sure for a good amount of time, I was like, nah, not doing it. But eventually caved in. I caved in, man. And in particular, one of my friends, my best friends at the time, he kind of pushed me into it, do you know, and showed me all the different women that were on it. It's like, right, signed up instantly. Do you know? So it was, yeah, kind of was a wee bit like that, to be fair. Not in a stalker way, honestly, I promise. I promise. It was the early days of Facebook. I mean, when you think as well, compared to if anybody was on it way back then, I mean, what it is now, I don't know what it's even become now. Do you know? It's like, what the fuck even is it now? You used to go on and you'd speak to people. I mean, yeah, they've got Messenger, but I don't know what I'd even fucking how to describe it now. And yeah, over the past maybe 2 years, I've kind of since the whole COVID. Do you know? I remember. I think it was then because I was quite a regular poster, and then COVID came, and of course I was like, nah, stick that up your fucking arse, not doing it, not doing it, not doing it, and sharing stuff on Facebook, and of course being maybe abused it on occasions. Not overly, I wouldn't say, but I know a lot of people did get it quite heavy with abuse and and what have you. Do you know? So I think from that, I kind of thought, do you know what? Fuck you. And gradually, I just thought, nah, not for me. Even though I'm still on it. I mean, I do post, but yeah, I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what it's became. Do you know? Um, and people talk about, oh, they spy on you, and I mean that's a given, guaranteed. I dread to imagine what we don't know that would worry me. Do you know? I mean, pretty much every device that you've got is probably spying on you in one way or another, right? Why is it not working? Charming in the hood as well. Good to see you, Tommy. Back again. I hope you're doing well. I made a live for a change too. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in tonight. And anybody else quickly? Rothschild and Rockefellers and the like. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we've talked about the Rockefellers quite a bit. Not so much the Rothschild family. So maybe that's something we could do in the near future. Again, these families are fucking grim, man. Proper grim. Honestly. Some of the stories, I mean, fuck it. It's like, wow. Unreal. Unreal, man. And a lot of people would say they're satanic. I think, yeah, probably a lot of them are. I would say, yeah. And I think the rest of them, they would just go along with it, you know, even if they don't think that way, they're just gonna go along. Otherwise, they won't be part of the family, if you like. That would be my take on it. So I reckon, I think I might have got to the very bottom of it there. We should be all right, but I can't. It's this bloody screen as well. I might have to make it bigger. Oh dear. It's not big enough, right? Hey, that's the first time I've said that. That's the first time. Um, oh, Lance in the hood as well. Good to see you, Lance. I hope you're doing well. And I reckon we're good to go. Yeah, so I mean, fuck. Every day now something's coming out. Oh, this up. Oh, this said this about that, and this is fucking. It's like a whirlwind of just chaotic chaos. Do you know? And like I said, it's kind of shedding a light on a lot of things that might have been deemed untrue or conspiratorial, which is interesting. I mean, this isn't none of this is by accident. Remember, it can't be. It can't be. And how the hell? Why is there so many files and documents? It's an absolutely insane amount. Incredibly insane. Do you know? I mean, who did here? And the question a lot of people do tend to ask is, who did Epstein work for? In my view, it would have been David Rockefeller. That's who he would have been, a lapdog of Rockefeller. And when you look at his let's call it professional career history, Rockefeller actually took him on the fucking Trilateral Commission. You know, hey, they claim Epstein was some kind of mathematical genius. I don't know about that. I don't know, man. I mean, he dropped out of college, right? He lied about having degrees to get a job. And he kind of fucking wormed his way in. But then he fell into the lap of David Rockefeller. And when, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but there's an interview with Epstein and he's talking about David Rockefeller. in that particular time, and you can see the admiration there. So I reckon it would be, I mean, on top of that, I reckon Epstein had, let's say, fingers in many pies, right? If you pardon the pun. So it would appear that he did work for many organizations. But like I said, when it comes to the CIA and Mossad, they're fucking hot. They are one. They are united as one, man. So if Epstein's working for the CIA, he's working for Mossad. If he's working for Mossad, he's working for the CIA. And I reckon he must have done that. He must have been some form of fucking bunker Jew agent, straight from the pits of hell as well. Do you think he's dead? I don't know. I doubt it. I very much doubt it. I don't think he died. I don't think he, at least I don't think what they showed us was him where he died. I don't buy that story. Does that mean he's still alive? No, it wouldn't necessarily mean that. He could be dead. He could still be dead. Even though what they showed us was completely not. I mean, it was comical. It was comical, man. And I don't know if anybody's seen the intro, but they were talking about how the whole the jail cell where he was meant to have done it, it wasn't treated like a crime scene in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, because it wasn't a fucking crime scene. Do you know they got all these pictures from the so-called crime scene, sent it to all these experts who said, but it's not, they've not treated it like a crime scene. Yeah, because chances are it ain't a fucking crime scene, do you know? That would be my view. And I mean, it was just, I don't know if anybody has looked at the photos of the prison cell and the so-called incident in the noose. I can't buy it, man. I can't buy it. But it wouldn't that hey, that does not necessarily mean that he is alive. Of course, I wouldn't be able to say that for sure. But the story we're getting told, we're being given, I do not buy any of it. I mean, who would buy it? Nobody would buy it, man. You couldn't. So he fell into the lap of David Rockefeller. So I would say the Rockefeller Foundation. And I think he would have been in the payroll of David, but also he had a way of drawing in these fucking entities who seemingly had quite a lot of money. I think one in particular was the guy Wexner. Was it Les Wexner? And seemingly he claimed as well that Epstein stole about, I'm sure it was like 47 million, but never done anything about it. So never even phoned the police. Never even thought, fuck it, right, I'm putting him on a hit list. Well, actually, in saying that, maybe it was Wexner that got him whacked, right? Maybe he's collecting on his 47 million. But them two, I mean, I dread to imagine what them two were like, or relationship wise. I would not even go there. But that guy clearly had a lot of money. So this, I mean, wormy, snaky fucking agent Epstein had a way of drilling into people and sucking them in. And the whole Epstein fucking island and the rest of it it's one big gigantic honey trap. That's what it is, man. And the funny thing about that is the first honey trap that we kind of seen was a kind of massage shack. I don't know what you'd call it. Fuck. Hostel. kind of hostel, massage therapy hostel in Las Vegas, owned by Bob Lazar. What, the alien guy? Yeah, that guy. I mean, fucking hell, right? Where they had cameras and they would set people up with, I don't know, probably underage people in these brothels, I think they were called. Never heard of them myself. Don't know what you're talking about, right? But yeah, that was Bob Lazar. I find that quite comical. I mean, that, hey, people, let's not get into Bob Lazar, but that was a kind of early version of what Epstein Island became. And like I said, I would only imagine there's a lot more similar going on in this. Like I talked about, infrastructure is still there, man. Could that be taken down? I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? It's a bit like when it comes to drug dealing. You know, you get rid of one dealer and another one fucking pops up there. A bit like a whack-a-mole. Buff, buff, buff. One just comes in and takes its place. So good to see everyone. We are indeed back again. I hope everyone's doing well. There was a funny, well, I don't know if funny is the word, but remember, most of you, if you watch The Simpsons on a kind of regular, you might remember the episode about Mr. X, and it's basically Homer Simpson hiding his ID, and he's online. I think I don't know, exposes people, or I'm unsure exactly. And I'm sure this came out in 1997. It might have been before that even. Possibly before. Between 95 and 97. And he posted an email talking about some crazy creeps on an island somewhere are secretly running the world. Right. Huh. And of course, when it comes to the guy who owns, well, the creator of The Simpsons, he's on the fucking list. He's one of Epstein's buddies. They were best pals, man. I mean, it's, yeah, quite comical, really. So, you know how people talk about The Simpsons telling you the truth in plain sight? Well, that might have been it there. Do you know, and that would have been what, let's say mid to late 90s. I think they talk about Epstein being first, or the first kind of reports of, let's say, bad behavior. I think it was in the 80s. So it stemmed many, many years, man. Do you know? Kind of heartbreaking that when you think about, fuck me, that's a long time. And I don't think we've even seen half of it yet. Do you know? And people will. It's going to be splashed everywhere, every outlet, every media, right across the board. Everybody's going to know. Everybody. Everybody and their dog is going to know. And The Simpsons even told you in 1997, man. Do you know? But we all laughed at it. We all laughed and probably thought, yeah, that's probably true. Probably true. Creeps might be being polite as well, right? And of course, but not Prince Andrew. I don't know what you call him now. Mount Butthead Andrew, I think. he seemingly was arrested, which was quite funny. The photo, if it even is a genuine photo, do you know? He seemingly got arrested and released pretty much straight away, from what I could see. What have I done now? Honestly, oh, there we go. So I thought that was quite comical. Do you know? I think, and it, I mean, people need to understand, man. Whatever they're doing here, whatever this whole fucking thing is about, we will be played. They're gonna play us, man. Do you know? Guaranteed, we will get played. There we go. We're back again. We dropped out. All good in the hood. But yeah, you can be guaranteed of that. But some people, I think they kind of thought, yeah, this is great. People are getting arrested for it. Do you know? And they actually felt a wee bit happy about it. But fuck me. Hey, at best, Andrew will be being thrown under the bus. At best. But even that, I can't see it. I can't see it. Do you know? I can't see it. Even then, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it anyway. I wouldn't buy it. Do you know? They arrested him, released him. I think they arrested the other one. Fucking what's his name? The other English bloody politician, Mandelson, Peter Mandelson, the gay boy Mandelson, and they released him as well. But it's not. Oh, it's got nothing to do with trafficking or underage girls or anything like that. It's about sharing what they've deemed particular documents. So, in a way, revealing sensitive information about the UK. Now, think about that. Think about that. The fucking so-called royal family, 8th in line, Prince fucking Andrew. Having the ability and access to sensitive information about the UK. I mean, even probably top secret information about the UK. Handing it out to fucking any Tom, Dick, and Harry and Jeffrey. Do you know that's what we're up against, man? All these fucking individuals and entities selling us out like we. I mean, to them, we are nothing whatsoever. They could not give a flying about us, man. They couldn't. Do you know? You know, I don't think I would really wish ill upon anybody. But if Andrew is the person we think he is, he'll pay for it. Guaranteed. He will fucking pay. Because no one gets out. No one gets out without paying. Nobody, man. You don't get out without paying. So, yeah, if it's true, I mean, there's a lot up against him, right? But remember, he done the interview as well. Fucking how funny was that, man? Well, I don't sweat. I don't sweat at that time. I might sweat now though, but I didn't sweat then. Fucking sweat pouring off him. Remember that interview, man? That was comical, right? When was that done again? About 2018, maybe. Might have been before that. But I mean, fuck, that was comical, right? I mean, why did they even make him do that? Do you know? What was the whole purpose of that? It just made it worse. It just made it worse, man. Do you know, was that, I don't know if that was some kind of humiliation that you had to go through. Do you know? And of course, remember the Virginia, was it Robertson her name was then? And it turned to Giuffre, I think. Giuffre. I'm sure they paid her about 12 million out of court settlement. But Andrew had never met her. Oh, fucking hell. Fuck me. I should have put a claim in. We should have all put a claim in. Oh, yeah, Prince Andrew, yeah. Yeah, here's a photo of me and Prince Andrew. Just Photoshop it in, right? Fucking send it to Buckingham Palace, get the king, ransom to the king. Fucking 100 million zillion. Otherwise, I'm releasing the photo. I'm releasing the files, right? Yeah. So he claimed I've never met her. Oh, well, what can you say about the photo? Remember that? Oh, I've no recollection. Can't say anything about it. Don't remember it being taken. Yeah, but I mean, that's not. Remember, he said that, and I remember because it wasn't even he wasn't even answering the question. It was like, was you there with Virginia when this photo was taken? Do you know her? I don't remember that photo being taken. But why would you? Eh? I mean, I don't remember. I can't tell you anything about it because I've no recollection. He said of that being taken, and that's a bit. I mean, you wouldn't say that. You wouldn't. You wouldn't say that. You would just say that's fucking photoshopped or. I mean, he did claim it was fake, but he also said, because I remember, he said, "Oh, what we would need to do is find the original photo, the original picture, to determine if it was real or not." Because he claimed, and you can watch this on YouTube. He claimed it was a photo of a photo of a photo of a photo, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? What's going on here? Do you know? I mean, it's insanity, complete insanity, man. So I don't know if I think there could be one or two more kind of phony fucking arrests in the UK, and it might even lead to some kind of phony arrest in America. America. So look out. It could be you. Quick run. Yeah, so many people are on it. It's quite astonishing. I remember the what's the black actor? Oh, fucking Whoopi Goldberg. Whoop Goldberg. And she's talking about, oh, I'm not on the list. Then all of a sudden, oh, she's on the list. And then you had Elon Musk. Oh, I'm not. Oh, all of a sudden, oh, he's on the list. Or he said, oh, he'd never been to the island, but there's an email exchange that would appear to say different. And the funny thing about that one is he sent it on, I'm sure it was Christmas morning, and it was like 5:30 on Christmas morning. And it's like, what the fuck, man? Honestly, who does that? Who does that? Unreal. So we'll jump to who did I see there? Oh yeah, Claire. Yeah, he did say that. He did say that. He was at the Pizza Express. That's right. And the funny thing about that as well, he was like, "Oh, and I've never go there. I've never been there ever before, but just on that date, just so happened for the first time ever, completely out of the blue, he went to a so-called Pizza Express, and of course, there's a big, kind of light being shone again on the whole Pizzagate scenario. And again, this is one of these things where a lot of these emails look to confirm, basically cement the whole fucking Pizzagate hot dog code word theory. and it's now again. This is right out in the open for the masses to see. Nobody's gonna be. Although there was a guy at work I think he's in his late 20s, and someone asked him or mentioned Jeffrey Epstein, and the boy said, "Oh, who's Jeffrey Epstein? Who's Jeffrey Epstein?" And the funny thing, people laughed at that. Do you know? But that shows you everybody fucking knows, man. To the point where if you don't know, people are going to look at you like, "What? How can you not know? How can you not know?" Do you know? And this has kind of happened in the blink of an eye, man. In the blink of a fucking eye. And I thought that was quite telling. Do you know the guy doesn't I mean, he works non-stop, so he doesn't really. He wouldn't read the media. I mean, he is on social media, but that would be it. So yeah, I can see why he might not know about it. But yeah, people laughed at that because he did not know who Jeffrey Epstein was. So that shows you everybody knows now. There's no hiding from it. Nobody can hide from these things anymore. Nobody, right? All these people who might have hid from it in the past. Well, hey, there's no getting away from it now. And of course, we're in the Great Reset. Hip hip hooray! Put me down for the first, and of course we've got the aliens coming now as well. Fucking hell! Well, that's all we need, right? That's all we need. Yeah, that was Trump saying, "Oh, we're going to make aliens great again." I wonder what will come out with that. But again, none of this can even be verified or fuck all, man. Do you know? The same with the Epstein emails and what have you. It's a bit like, well, but how can this be verified? I could have made that. You could print up you could type up a fake email like that and put it out and share it, and you could say, oh, it's from the Epstein files. People would believe it. People would believe it, man. There's no way they can verify it, do you know? Because there's files that probably have not even been seen yet that are out there. Quite incredible. So yeah, welcome. Good evening, Claire. Good to see you. Anybody that missed there quickly, I think we're okay. I think we're all good in the hood. So yeah, this one, interesting email exchange. I never made it up myself. Just typed it up. There you go. This is a genuine. I got it myself. Do you know, anytime I go on that bloody American government website, I'm a bit like, oh, fuck. My name's going to pop up again somewhere. Ping. The FBI are going to be around again. The fucking men in black hanging about outside. They're back again. Do you know? Anybody else get that kind of feeling when they go on? Because I mean, I go on I think it's the US government site for the Epstein files, but I go on also the FBI, or maybe it's that one anyway. But I go on that one for a lot of 9/11 stuff. But I do tend to constantly think, fucking hell, maybe I should get someone else to go on it. Right, you go on and send me the stuff, and yeah, or maybe get a different VPN. I don't know. Maybe that would. Hey, they would still find you, right? They would still find you. But of course, hey, even though they put the stuff out, you can access it. It's public, but you still feel a bit like fucking hell because you can't trust them, man. You can't. We know you can't. You simply can't. So we're back again. Are we still going? We're still going. Let me double check. Are we okay for the audio as well? Did I check? I don't think I did check. Oh, is it plugged in? Shit, we're not. Is it recorded? It's not plugged in. I think we're okay. Right? I think we've been away about a week, not a week, 3 weeks now. Do you know? So it's the first day back. We're just settling in now. That's us. We're cooking by gas. Yeah, but I've been on the. I was on the Last Jacobites. I would have been on Sunday, but man, I was fucking ill, man. Friday, well, from Thursday. Was it Thursday? I think Thursday night, and then through to Monday. I was still not 100%, and I had an abscess as well, which was a killer, man. An absolute killer. Oh man, I was floored. Absolutely floored, man. So I'm all right, but I'm all good. Do you know? But I did at one point. I had I don't know if it was a reaction to some sort of painkiller that I took, and I hardly take any. Hey, majority of the time I don't take anything whatsoever. I just don't do it. Do you know? Even a headache, people take paracetamol. I can't do it. But I was in that much pain, man. I thought, fuck it. And but then I realised they were out of date. I don't know if that would affect it. I was scared to look up. I was scared to look it up. Do you know? It's like fuck it. Hey, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. He dies. He dies. Do you know? So, but I did at one point. I had a weird reaction to that, man, where I thought, fucking hell, I think I'm a goner here. Do you know? It was like everything began to shut down, man. It was fucking weird, like. Do you know, my eyesight was going, my hearing, and my kind of balance, and I thought, fucking hell, here we go, here we go. Although it's yeah, it was weird. Do you know? So I thought, I don't know, hey, it could have been anything. It could have been anything, to be fair, but yeah, I'm not one for taking medication, so when there's a reason why, there's a reason why. But yeah, so I had that, and then I was still in quite a bit of pain. Then I got my antibiotics, and we're on the right track now. We're on the right track, right? So we're all good for the audio. My beautiful friend Justine. There you go. I can hardly see the comments now. Do you know, when I make the screen big on StreamYard, the comments go small. And then if I make the comments bigger, the screen goes small. It's like, fucking hell. Honestly, with my eyesight as well. So we're all good in the hood. Fantastic. So yeah, we've got an email here, and has it got the date? 2011. 2011. Would it have been July? Must have been July, right? 7/13/2011. I think it might be July. Probably wrong, right? The 13th of July. Let's go with that. And it's from Jeffrey Epstein to a blanked out source. So I don't know. But we might kind of come back to that. So it kind of says, well, it begins, I need more info. And then it's got the blanked out individual talking about how I'm helping Chinese airport group for relationship reasons to get access to Stansted Airport. But I am quite sure they will not buy it. Value approximately $1 billion. Because, of course, yes, Stansted did. I think the British government put it up for sale. In the end, this never went through. But there was still a kind of base on Stansted that was used by Epstein in particular. in his I think he had 2 or 3 private jets, as you do, right? And so they kind of had a pass on Stansted. Do you know they never had to go through the same protocol as me and you would have to do? Oh no, 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 not for the celebrity. Oh no, no, stand aside. Stand aside. Baggage, fucking put it through. Who gives a fuck? Celebrity, do you know? Or multi-billionaire, millionaire. Like they say, well, a lot of people say, everyone has a price, right? That's what they say. So they're talking about the valuation of Stansted, 1 billion. The owner, I think it was Verovial from Espanol. So they're talking about the potential purchase of Stansted Airport and how they could come about making the deal happen. So it's no longer a strategic asset, open to selling the asset, even if regulator does not demand disposal. So it's basically telling you what the company would want in order for you to purchase Stansted. So you've got Jeffrey Epstein getting advice about the potential buy of Stansted from a company called, let me see, I think it might be on there. Yeah, there it is. There, Hyanan, which we'll talk about them. So 1 billion for Stansted. I think that seems a bit. That's quite a good deal, right? Let me just get the checkbook. Yeah, why would you want to advise on the purchase of Stansted Airport? What benefits could you gain when you have, well, basically full access to an airport at your disposal? Here we've got an email here. We'll come back to that. And it's blanked out who it's from, which is quite funny. So the subject is Jeffrey Epstein, and it says, would it be possible to get the kids, KIDS, from Oslo on April the 11th to Frankfurt so they can fly out to Frankfurt on April the 12th and then fly back again to Frankfurt on the return? We are having a terrible time trying to coordinate air for them from Oslo. Flights are sold out on March 12th from Oslo. Please let me know as soon as possible. Thanks, blank, assistant to Jeffrey Epstein. So we know, I mean, they've blanked it out, but it's clearly the assistant to Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, why would you not blank out that whole bit? That's clearly who it is. Would it be possible to get the kids? So it's a message from the assistant of Jeffrey Epstein. Subject, Jeffrey Epstein. Now, as far as I'm aware, Jeffrey Epstein does not have any kids. Not that we're aware of. I mean, there is a theory in regards to Epstein's ideas about sowing his seed across the whole fucking world. And everybody. He wanted this DNA in everybody. You included, right? What a thought. But on paper, and as far as anybody could see, he never had any kids. Ghislaine never even had any kids. So whose kids are they talking about? What kids are they talking about? And the kids are going from Oslo on April to Frankfurt. So they can fly from Frankfurt. To where though? To Epstein Island? And then back to Frankfurt. I mean, whose kids are they talking about? I kind of dread to imagine. Interesting as well when you search for Frankfurt in the files. It's mentioned numerous times, I think nearly 2,000 results referring to Frankfurt. Quite an astonishing amount again, but certainly not 38, but more than enough to merit, I would say, a kind of further look and investigating. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen, there's an interview going about with Steve Bannon and Jeffrey Epstein. And it's quite telling as well. In that interview, you can clearly tell that Epstein and Bannon are pretty close in the way that they talk to each other, seemingly off a camera as well sometimes, which is quite telling. So they were pretty much best buddies. That would be my take on Bannon and Epstein. And I think both of them were absolute monsters. So here you've got a email from Bannon to Jeffrey Epstein talking about the death. Yeah, is it no, not suicide. Talking about the death of Wang Jian, Wang Jian in China's who was the boss of China's HNA group, which is the company Hainan that we referred to, who were being advised to buy Stansted Airport. And this is 2018 now. So the boss of the company is dead in a province reported by the BBC News. But Steve Bannon is sending it to Jeffrey Epstein. And he's wrote on it, "I hate it when this happens," and attached the story about the Chinese boss of the company. I hate it when this happens. And they're talking about a dead guy here. Potentially a guy they knew. Or at least there's a high potential Jeffrey knew him. And he then said, Jeffrey replied to Steve Bannon. This is quite interesting. He said, 1, lots of accidents of guys that were buying up cause or China. cause of or China. 2, I'm unsure. What is he wrote there? Jide? Or is he trying to write the guy's name Jian? I think he's trying to write Jian. Jian trying to do a deal with Glencore. It looks like Jide, Jide. But I think it's meant to be Jian. So it could be a typo. Or it could be Jide. But I think it's meant to be Jian. Or Jian. So Jian trying to do a deal, because that would make sense, right? Foreign corrupt practice poster boys should be careful. When you can commit to time, here are many interesting meetings for you if you choose. Wide open playing field, amazing. And they're talking about this guy that's died. And they're offering up excuses as to why he died. Alibis as to why he died. Do you know what's really going on here? So I thought, well, do you know, it would be interesting to kind of see if we can find the story about why the guy died. Or how he died. So China's HNA group boss falls to his death in France. He fell to his death. Quite a common one, that, right? When it comes to particular individuals who, yeah, they take the plunge, maybe. And they want to be cleared out the way. Why you took the fall. So a bit of a strange one. A bit of a weird one. So the co-founder and chairman of the giant Chinese conglomerate HNA Group has died in a fall in southern France while touring the province region. Yeah. Jayan 57 had climbed on a high parapet to take photographs in the picturesque village where he fell. When he fell, he had climbed on a high parapet to take photographs. Would you climb on a parapet though? Do you know? I mean, fucking hell. That's a bit keen, that, right? So I find that a bit, I don't know. Mr. Wang. His Jayan must be his first name then, right? Is that how they do it in China? Is that how it goes down in Chinatown? So Mr. Wang, Mr. Wang was among a party of about 10 tourists, right? Visiting Bonny in France, in the picturesque Le Buron area, Lubron, on Tuesday morning. The France Bleu news site reports. So, I mean, the BBC are reporting it, but it simply came from a news outlet in France. It's not came from any direct source or what have you. It simply came from a news outlet. So it said he was near the village's upper church when he climbed onto a parapet at about 11:30 to take pictures of the superb panorama. I don't know, man. I find that hard to buy. They said, 10 tourists. Who were they? Who were the 10 tourists? Fucking Chinese CIA. Chinese CIA. Yeah, he went and climbed out on that parapet there. And it's got do you know, like in the cartoons when they fall through the ground and it's the outline of their body? I shouldn't laugh, but that's what it would have been on the parapet, right? Because they would have fucking probably threw the guy over. I mean, maybe the guy was connected with Epstein. Maybe the Chinese government got wind of it and fucking threw him over the edge and thought, nah, we ain't having that. Not in Chinatown. That's not how it goes down in Chinatown. Do you know, I just find that a bit weird, man. And the whole story, I just can't buy it. Speaking through their own interpreter, Mr. Wang's travelling companions told police it had been an accident. Right. Right, so that's simply they came up to police and said, it was an accident. Okay, right, see you later. Walks away. I mean, is that what you would say? I kind of think you wouldn't say that either. Oh, it was an accident. Yeah, straight away you'd be thinking, I bet was it though. A local police chief was quoted as saying by Reuters news agency that Mr. Wang had been trying to get his family to take a picture of him when he fell. So they're claiming he had family, but yet none of his family appeared to have been spoken to or interviewed. Traveling companions and then family. According to various sources, he fell about nearly 50 feet, 49 feet. His widow was expected to arrive in the region on Wednesday, so she wasn't there, his wife at home. But his family were there? And companions? None of it makes sense, that, to me. I don't know. Maybe it sits all right with other people, but I just felt that was a bit. I mean, I'm not saying, look, Epstein was behind that, but going by some of them emails, it might have suited them with that guy being out the way. Going back to this email in particular from Epstein to Steve Bannon. And remember, Bannon sent him the story saying, I hate it when this happens. Yeah, when you climb out on a fucking parapet with a big gigantic drop below it. I mean, I'm not saying that, hey, that's probably happened in the past. Don't get me wrong. People can be people and pretty not very wise sometimes, I guess, but I don't know, man. It just none of it sits right when it comes to that story. And of course, fuck, I went away past it. Too far. The email, the reply from Epstein, talking about, well, lots of accidents of guys that were buying up because, yeah, China. Well, what does that imply, though? What's he implying there? So people have had accidents, but why, though? You know, usually it's because you've been stupid. You've been a bit silly. Or you weren't looking, you tripped over. Accident. But because buying up or because of China? I think there's there's implication there, surely. Implication, is that the right? He's implying something there. Do you know? Because, hey, all he had to say there was, well, accidents happen, right? Which they do. But because of China, okay. And then, of course, mentioning, well, he's trying to do a deal with Glencore. Foreign corrupt practice poster boys. I mean, the brass neck for Epstein to talk about that, right? I mean, come on. Yeah. And I think it's and he should be careful. So I just find that a bit strange, in particular when it's that company, Hainan, a kind of logistics company, quite a big company, connected to many things at that time in particular, not today, including an airport in Frankfurt or nearby Frankfurt. So it was called Frankfurt Hahn Airport, located in West Germany, sold in 2017 to a subsidiary linked to Hanan HNA Group, the one that was considering buying Stansted. So this is the kind of infrastructure that I'm talking about. The ability to move X from A to B to C without being fucking grilled at every turn and corner. Do you know? But this is not to save hassle at the airport. This is likely part of a well-oiled machine that is one big gigantic network of human trafficking, both male, female, adult, children, dead, alive, half dead, kinda dead, you name it. In this one, this airport, former US military airbase converted to civilian airport. So potentially I don't know, secret bunker or two located there. All very, yeah, mysterious. Used heavily by low cost and cargo airlines. So shipping goods, let's say. Possibly for, I don't know, Wayfair. Maybe it's crates of what was the other one? Beef jerky. Hot dogs. Yeah. So marketed as serving Frankfurt, but it's about 120 kilometers away. And why can I not see that? Because I'm in the way. Oh, fuck, what did I do there? Oh my god. Who's working this? Get them off. What have we done now? Oh, fuck's sake. Right. There we go. Yeah, so they bought it. HNA bought it from the German state. And they were going to try and acquire Stansted Airport as well, which before that had been sold off by, of course, the British state. Do you know? And that's another fucking knife in the stomach that our own country selling these things off to any fucking, I mean, the most evilest of entities, man. Do you know, it's kind of sad that people are so quick to sell us out, and we've got a great example in the guy, Prince Andrew. Mount, take it up the back end, Andrew. It's terrible. Do you know, we're so up against it. So up against it. I mean, the current royal family and the current British system, political system, it is unfit for purpose. And it needs to fucking end, man. I'll tell you right now. We might have to take a bit of a 2-step back, 1 step forward, but hey, if we don't do it, man, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's got to be us. It's got to be us. We're the ones, I'm afraid. The one, like the Matrix, you know? We're the one, shock horror. Trust our luck. So, Frankfurt, like I said, it was mentioned nearly 2,000 times, and that's so far. There's a lot more to come out. I kind of dread to imagine what more could come out. And when it came to HN, the Hanan company, I mean, they had, what did they call them? Subsidiary companies attached to them on a kind of global scale. So in the Middle East, Europe, America, connected to all these different nations as well. In Africa, Australia, Europe, America. And this basically points out, again, like I was referring to, this kind of infrastructure that's been built. That's being, I mean, someone, like I said, it's a bit like drug dealers, man. Epstein you might think he's out the way, but someone else will be there. And that's unfortunate because there appears to be, when it comes to this particular systems, if you like, so many fucking victims, man. Oh, I dread to imagine. I really do. I really do. And it's a subject that a lot of people they'll become in a way desensitized without even knowing, especially people that have never kind of heard about this, anything like this before. It'll kind of shock them to begin with, but eventually it'll be just another day. Do you know, but for many years, and I guess many people here as well, we've had a wee bit of an insight as to what the world actually is like, and what entities like fucking Epstein are potentially like. And when you get right down to it, it can only be satanic rooted. It can only be. I mean, it is the most evilest fucking shit ever. It's so bad, man. So bad. You know? And it quite incredible as well, and at the same time telling, when the media be on and are talking about, oh, this has came out, that's came out, this came out, that came out. Yeah, but stop. Stop, man. Stuff's going to come out, yeah, but be telling people, look, this is going on. But it shouldn't be going on. A lot of this should not be happening. And we need to fucking build ways to ensure that it does not happen. That it cannot happen. These people cannot fucking get away with it. But no, who's next on the list? Who's this? Who's that? Who's this? Nothing about how we possibly or potentially restructure from this. Nothing about how this is going to affect people on a massive scale. Not a thing, man. Not a care in the world, of course. So this particular graph here, this came out of the Epstein files as well. Epstein had it. This was his kind of logistical chart where he ran his trafficking ring. Would I call it a sex trafficking ring? Probably. I mean, they appeared to. They had certain routes and certain lines in where they acquired these individuals. But a lot of them appeared to be. It wasn't like they took them to Epstein Island and then everywhere else. They appear to be coming to Epstein Island and they all fly in to the island and get a piece there, if you like. And then they all fuck off again. But of course, they've all been recorded and they can be then bribed by, well, the highest bidder. But quite astonishing. Quite astonishing that, well, it shouldn't shock me, really, that it went on for so long. Do you know? And at the same time, so many people knew about it, but they wouldn't say anything about it. Similar to what we see in Hollywood with maybe not human trafficking, but I'd imagine Hollywood is connected to that also. Most definitely. Guaranteed. But in terms of sexual abuse and pedophilia and just all out fucking bestiality, Hollywood is riddled, man. It is riddled. It needs put down. It needs put down. But again, and we've talked about this for years now, Hollywood itself is likely included in what they deem the Great Reset. So chances are, and we've mentioned this many times, it will come down. They will orchestrate its downfall and replace it with a Hollywood 2.0 in a probably a fucking virtual world. Do you know? Because hey, seemingly that's what we're in. The so-called Great Reset. Hallelujah. This one here, I think actually. So it's from Valerie Post Blanc. And it said it's 2G JEE vacation. But it's Jeffrey Epstein. Because of course Jeffrey Epstein had a middle name which was seemingly Edward, which wasn't even his real name anyway, but Jeffrey Edward Epstein. So my view would be, I mean, you can see it there from underneath the first email from Jeffrey Epstein, GEEvacation@gmail.com. So it's Jeffrey Epstein, it must be, right? So Valerie said, P.S. You are missing Ayman Fazal Abdul Rauf speaking at the council right now. Woo. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, sure. I think you should sell JetBlue and buy that building along with the strip clubs around it. Good honey traps them, right? Like the hostel. And build an orphanage for Middle Eastern children that could have grown up to be terrorists or otherwise. That would absolve you. Fucking hell. That would absolve you of whatever landed you in prison. And you would be a hero. Fucking hell. I have to show you this article on buying respectability. Fuck me, man. So I think you should sell JetBlue and buy that building along with the strip clubs around it and build an orphanage for Middle Eastern children. Do you know? Because if you don't, they might be terrorists. And then people are going to say, look at Jeffrey, he built an orphanage. Look at it full of the little bin Ladens. Oh, they would have been fucking terrorists. They would have been terrorists, right? I mean, they could still be terrorists. They could still be terrorists. In particular, in the hands of Jeffrey Epstein. Fucking hell. And I did notice as well, orphanages are mentioned quite a lot. So when it comes to trafficking, I think a lot of these kids might be from orphanages or these kind of care homes or whatever you might call them. Which is even, I mean, that's even kind of sadder, right? It's like, fucking hell, they always pick the most vulnerable as well. You know? A lot of the documentaries talk about how they would find these girls on who were like vulnerable and already abused and down and out, and it's like, fucking hell, man. They'd never get a break, you know? They've got no money, they've run away from home, and they end up meeting the Ghislaine Maxwell. And they're like, wow, this is a fantastic, educated individual. This'll be great. And she's got lots of money. Remember her dad? What was his name? Fuck up. Shite. What was his name again? Something Maxwell. Oh, he was like a billionaire. Oh, bugger. Oh, what was his name? Anyway, her dad, it was like a multi-billionaire, but he'd been stealing all the money. He'd been stealing money from like pension funds. And I'm sure he was a multi-billionaire. Maybe not multi-billion, but multi-million. Definitely multi-million. And when he died, that was a bit weird as well. Seemingly fell off the boat. And I kind of thought, I wonder if that had anything to do with Ghislaine Maxwell. You know? Oh, getting a bit sick of the dad. Oh, waiting on the will. Did he even die at all? Do you know who can verify that? Was it Marx? No, it wasn't Marx. It was something Maxwell. Not Maxwell. But yeah, I kind of thought, fucking hell, I wonder if there's more to that. I think they claim it was a accident. Like the Chinese guy on the parapet. Yeah, I'm just going out of the parapet. Whee! Finished. Yeah, hey, accidents happen because, you know, China. You know. Sure. Why not? But yeah, I remember thinking that about Ghislaine's dad. I wonder if they fucking took him out. Because I think not long after he was dead, stuff came out about him stealing money. Millions, I think, from I'm sure it was a pension fund. So robbing the employees' money. you know, quite incredible. Do these people not make enough fucking money? They've got to go and steal it from the people that work from them. Fucking hell. Honestly. But I did read as well. I've not verified it. But I did read. I think Ghislaine has got a sister in France who had a husband who also died from falling from a cliff in a accident. And I kind of wondered, I wonder if that guy maybe knew a bit much about what was going on and thought, do you know what? I'm fucking telling people. And Ghislaine came over and paid him a wee visit. Ghislaine and Jeffrey. But there's emails even talking about Jeffrey threatening a journalist, basically saying, look, I'll take you out if you follow up on a story or do this or do that. And also, when Epstein was being investigated, I can't remember what particular organization it was that was doing. I think it might have been the FBI. I think two in particular, two of the agents, they were being followed. They were being followed and harassed by unmarked cars. So Epstein even had the fucking FBI agents being followed, which is quite a thought, right? Quite a thought, and I think they even got threatened as well. So that gives you a kind of insight to the power that he potentially had. I mean, yeah, it would take a bit of doing to get the FBI followed and constantly harassed and monitored. I'm sure they were talking about there were unmarked cars at their house and shining lights in the windows and all kinds of fucking harassment tactics. Which again, yeah, I mean, that gives you an insight, you know? That's what these individuals would do. If you step on their toes, they're gonna say, look, stay the fuck back. And if you step on their toes again, chances are they're gonna go that one step further than all harassment and they take you out. They've got the money, man. They've got the money to say, look, £1 million, fuck it, here you go, a drop in the ocean. Put a price tag on someone's head. Someone's gonna take it. Someone's gonna take it. I mean, I dread to imagine how many hitmen out there would snap up a contract of, I don't know, £1 million, let's say, to take someone out. There would be a queue right round the fucking block, man. You know? Fucking I'd be in the queue. I'd be in the queue, locked and loaded. And get my £1 million, of course. So that was a bit, do you know, and if you look through it, if you ever search on it, you might want to search on orphanages and see what's being said. Because that, I would imagine, is intertwined with this infrastructure that was going on, that was enabling the movement of people between different countries, and in the end going to Epstein Island. Potentially some of them not even coming back. Is there people buried there? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure they had an email talking about the ingredients for dissolving human bones and, well, bone, a human body. Would they have been dissolving people? Probably. Fucking, hey, that wouldn't shock me, unfortunately. I mean, before I would imagine, yeah, that probably did happen. Now they're talking about emails about ingredients that can do it. Well, the chances are it did fucking happen then. Could there be people buried? Yeah, there could be. There could be. Would they be able to link anyone to that? I don't know. Do you know, kind of fit in that Epstein's not here anymore? So they can say, well, Epstein done it, right? It must have been Epstein. They're burying a few bodies currently. At this moment, the FBI getting rid of some bodies. Oh, fuck. Oh, look what we found. It's been here for 10 years now. It must have been Epstein, right? Similar to the files themselves. In reality, they could put fucking anything in it. Anything. They could put anybody in it. They could frame anybody. And who's going to say any different? Who's going to be able to verify it, confirm it? Nobody. Do you know? Quite incredible. This one here came from Jeffrey Epstein to the sleazebag, Peter Mandelson in the UK. And what's the time there? April the 3rd, 2012. And Jeffrey to Peter, trying something new. Sorry for all the typos, sent from his iPhone. And then Mandelson replied on April the 3rd, 2012 at 4:36 a.m. Who checks their, mind you, I've seen me in the morning, I've got up and checked my email, so not at that time though. Not at that time, but I do know people who do get up at that time. Unbelievably, I don't know why, but they do. So I guess, yeah, hey, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt in terms of the time. And he said, let me just do the magic and make it bigger. What do I do? Oh, that's what I do. He said, okay, I'm in the China Boa forum in Hainan. Hainan? I can't say it. I can't say it right. Useful, but grim. En route to Malaysia, Indonesia, back in a week's time, trying to make an honest living. Right. 2012, trying to make an honest living. Right, so what does that mean then? That you previously did not make an honest living? That's, I mean, that's what it would mean to me, right? Trying now, I'm on the wagon now. Do you know, I'm not going back to the life of crime. Too much time in the ghetto. Peter Mandelson in the fucking ghettos. Yeah, there's a thought, right? I mean, I've never liked Peter Mandelson. I've always thought just something about the guy, man. Do you know? I don't know. Couldn't even put my finger on what it was, but I just thought, nah, he's fucking snobby, sleazy, ratty, yeah, individual. And interestingly enough, as well, the BOA BOAO forum, that's actually, well, it's basically the Asian World Economic Forum. That's what that is. And people talk about how, well, in China and in Asia and it's different. It's the fucking same, man. They've got the same club, the same structures, the same fucking evil entities running the show, pulling the strings, making themselves richer, while, of course, we suffer. We suffer. Right across the board, man, from the China man to the fucking Indian man. From the Indian man to, I don't know, the fucking man on the moon. Oh, there's Carmel in the hood. I hope you're doing well, Carmel. Oh, that was a rhyme, that. I'm a poet. There you go. I hope you're well, Carmel. Good to see you back again from New Zealand. And Rich as well. I hope you're doing well, my son. My long lost son. You better be looking after him, right? Good to see you. Charming as well in the hood. Yeah, Ghislaine's dad. Yeah, but what was his name though? It's annoying me now. I won't sleep. Excuse me. I won't sleep now. That'll be me. What was his fucking name? If only there was a way to find out, right? If only, yeah, it was Ghislaine's dad. And yeah, I did imply that she probably fucking killed him, to be fair. Quite funny when they put a photo of Jizzy. And people are saying, but it's not her though. Do you know? It's like fucking hell. Honest to God, man. It's probably not her, to be honest. It's probably not. But so many people have kind of picked up on that, whereas in the past, it might have been deemed again a kind of fringe outtake. But even mainstream media have kind of discussed it. Oh well, some people reckon that it's not the same person, and seemingly people have put it into. I think I even put it into the. Oh no, it was the Andrew that I put into Grok. I put the Prince Andrew picture of Andrew in the car, and Grok basically 100% said that the image was fake, which I found quite interesting. But one of the reasons it said was because of Andrew's position in the back. But of course, he was in a reclined seat, seemingly, because he was trying to hide. He was trying to hide, right? And he got caught. He got busted. But I don't know. Grok was pretty sure that the photo had been either tampered, photoshopped, or was just completely fake. And I never expected it to say that straight off the bat. But I mean, hey, Grok, could you believe anything that said? Obviously not. You couldn't. I mean, it's AI. Do you know? It's AI. Double check it and check it again. So that was quite an interesting one. Also, excuse me, I did see this blackboard. And I don't know if you might be able to zoom in. I don't know. I don't think I can. How would I'd have to share? But you've got these kind of mathematical equations. I mean, hey, I am the worst person in the world when it comes to mathematics, right? Shock horror. The worst, man, honest to God. I don't even know how I made it this far, right? Don't ask. Don't ask. So, to me, it means nothing, man, to me. It's a blackboard with weird equations on it. But from what I can gather, it's possibly in relation to quantum mechanics, quantum physics, even, if you like. In that kind of area. There is people have talked about, seemingly in the files, there's talk of time travel, fucking cloning, you name it. Could it be in that area? Possibly. Again, hey, get a mathematician to look at it, and good luck with that, right? But that could be a thing. You could send it to a specialist, if you like, if there is any. But I did notice as well, you've got all the equations, but then in the kind of middle, just behind Epstein's head, you've got the letters DNA. So could it be in the way of genetically engineering DNA? Is that what the equations are about? Would Epstein be involved with that? Probably. I think he might have been if there's a eugenics group, he'd probably, well, he most likely would have been in it. Yeah. So I think that could be what I mean. The DNA bit could be separate. It could be nothing to do with the equations that are on the board. But I don't know, man. Do you know? And they did talk about emails between Epstein and Bill Gates about discussing potential pandemic preparedness obviously well before 2020. So I don't know if you're a mathematician or a physician. No, not a physician. That's a different thing, right? If you're into physics at all, quantum mechanics or quantum computing, dun, 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 then hey, crack the code, right? Tell us what it is. What's the answer? Do you know? Yeah, I often think as well, do you know, when it comes to mathematics and numbers, man, I think numbers are the key to just about anything and everything. But you need to do the right work and to come up with the right answer. Do you know? But I think you can chip away. A bit off the chart here, but I was kind of thinking about it the other day actually. A lot of people ask about, look, well, in terms of 9/11 and the whole Twin Towers coming down, if they used let's say an exotic weapon to take it down, could you somehow mathematically pinpoint what technology was used by the likes of the potential time the weapon might have been activated, to the time it might have been switched off, to the times the towers came down? I think one of them was about 10 seconds, man. The blink of an eye, basically, and it was gone. The time it was dustifying, the time it spent to clear it up. Do you know, all these different numbers surrounding it all? Could that then reveal what actually took it down? Do you know? I think it could narrow it down to, because people talk about direct energy, but there's different forms of direct energy. So I think currently there's a lot of guesswork in terms of what type of energy might have been used. Going by the amount of paper that we've seen, I don't think it was a hot, like, do you know, like, kind of like we probably have seen in terms of wildfires. Do you know? I don't think it was that type of energy. I think it was more in a kind of cold fusion, fission, more like a cold fusion scenario. But I also kind of think some form of plasma technology, invisible to the naked eye. Do you know? Because a lot of time, and I'll probably do a stream on this, a lot of time as well, you can tell what they're up to, not just by what they tell you, but by what they don't tell you. Do you know? And a similar thing with the Epstein files is the gap between during the 9/11 period where there's next to zero. Why are they hiding them particular files? Do you know? What inside trading was going on pre and post? Excuse me, pre and post 9/11? Because that would have been Epstein's game. Excuse me. That was his game, right? Inside trading, being the first. Do you know? He wasn't a fucking genius. He was a thief, man. He was being given access to information illegally. And when it comes to what's his name, Andrew and fucking Peter Mandelson, put them in jail, man. Put them in jail and throw away the key. Throw it away. I mean, anybody, that's got to be that's a treason, that, man. That is treason. Do you know? And the funny, Prince Andrew as well, when he done that interview on television, I mean, that was fucking comical. But he kept saying, oh, look, hey, I regret having a relationship with Epstein. It wasn't a good idea, but because of the connections I made from Epstein and Jizzy, I benefited in so many ways from knowing Epstein and Jizzy. Yeah, how did you benefit though? Who fucking benefited? There's no mention about how or who benefited. Because, of course, what he's probably referring to is he benefited financially. That's how he benefited. It can only be that because there was no other benefit in it to anybody, unless he means he benefited in getting his fetishes and desires met, if you like. But I would imagine, yeah, probably that. And he benefited financially from knowing Epstein and his acquaintances, let's say. Nobody else did. Oh, yeah, he was convicted felon, criminal, paedophile, sexual predator. But hey, benefited, right? There was benefits to it. Because even after Epstein, I mean, I think the first time he got charged was 2008. I think it might have been then. And even that was a complete farce. And he went to jail, and it was like, well, he never though. It wasn't a jail, and he was out every day. I mean, what kind of fucking jail is that? A complete farce, man. Complete farce, the whole lot. Do you know? There's so many ins and outs to it. It just goes on and on and on constantly. And I did chop this down a bit. I mean, the likelihood is we will come back to it. Because like I said at the start, it's not going to go away, man. It's not. But I must admit, it's fucking grim. It's very grim. Do you know? And I kind of feel that people are maybe getting false hope and thinking, oh, fucking stuff's getting done. Stuff's going to happen. People are going to pay. I wouldn't build up your hopes, right? I shouldn't laugh, but don't be disheartened when you get let down. A bit like, remember when Trump said, I'm going to come in and we're going to drain the swamp. We're going to make the swamp great again. Yay! Donald, Donald. And then instead of draining the swamp, we were, well, filling the swamp. I mean, fucking hell. And on top of having the Epstein files put upon us, we've got a whole thing going on in the governments of the world where they're being grilled about it, they're talking about it, they're discussing it. And that's one complete and utter circus, man. Do you know? I think I seen the one with the, what's her name? Is it Bondi? The blonde haired individual. And I thought, fucking hell, where did they find these people? Honestly. Surely people never voted for her, right? Surely not. I'd imagine Trump just put her in there because I don't know, she's got obsession with Donald Trump in a nappy. Right? That's her fetish, surely. So Trump's put her in. But I thought, fucking, is this the all these individuals? It's like they're out of some kind of storybook. Do you know? It's like they've been picked out of a amateur dramatic society. It is like, Jesus, are these people for real? Honestly, I don't know if anybody watched it. Did people see that with the? I'm sure is it Bondi or Bondi? She's a lawyer. Yeah, I think she did say that. Remember? Did she not have a go at some boy? Like, you're not even a lawyer. And then it was like she was acting like a, I don't know, like a weird fucking unhappy teenager. Do you know? And these people are in these kind of positions and roles. It's a bit like, what the hell, man? Do you know? And hey, we see it in America. Look at fucking hell. They had Joe Biden as president. Joe Biden. And look at the UK. We had Boris Johnson as prime minister. Oh, fucking hell. Boris Johnson, man. And hey, these people, they're not selected. No, sorry, they are selected. They're just not elected. And they ain't good for us, but they're good for the agenda. That's why they're there. That's why Trump's there. You get a lot of people who talk about Trump like he's out with the whole hidden hand and the corrupt system. Americans might say the deep state or all that's out to get Trump. Give me a fucking break. Honestly. The father of the Trump scene. The master of the vaccine. Warp speed. Donald Trump. Yeah, hey. Yeah, actually. Yeah, hold my hands up. I've made a mistake. Trump is the ultimate leader. He can lead the world. He can lead the world to victory against the... Who are we fighting again? Oh, aliens. It's the aliens now. It's going to be the aliens, right? I mean, fucking hell, what a world we're in. Pam Bondi, that's her name. Cheers, Carmel. Yeah, Pam Bondi. That was quite funny, that. Do you know, it was a bit like a... It was like a comedy sketch, man. And it's not often I'll watch kind of American... I don't know if you could even call it politics, but let's call it that. And listen to these individuals. But I thought, fucking hell. I honestly thought it was like a parody. I thought it was some kind of parody, man. but it was like genuine. Honestly, it would be it was like it came straight out of a comedy show. And as funny as that is, that's the world we're in, man. One big, gigantic, satanic fucking comedy show. I mean, there's no matter what we do, there's always probably going to be wrong in the world. There's always going to be good. There's always going to be bad. Do you know? But a lot of the time, it's about just being just, you know? And even when bad does happen, you try to rectify it by having justice in a kind of an ideal world. There is justice, but in our world, there fucking ain't. But again, like I said at the start, nobody gets out scot-free, man. Nobody. And I kind of firmly believe a lot of the time, no matter who you are, you're going to reap what you sow. One way or another, you'll reap what you sow. And I think you learn that through life. Just me, probably just me, right? You reap what you sow, man. Some people might call it karma. I don't know if I'd call it karma. But I can see why, yeah, I can see why people call it that and point to that. I don't think I'd call it that, though. But that's a way to explain it. You know, I kind of view that it's high probability that what you put out, you get back. Not all the time, not instantly, but it will come around. But hey, I could be wrong. Don't hold me to that, right? Don't hold me to it. So I'll take that away because it's, what are we now? 2:22. It was nearly 2:22. 22. 2. That would have been cool, right? I quite like the number 22. Yeah, what other numbers do I like? The number 15. I quite like the number 15, number 5, number 7. Because William's got 7 letters, so I've always kind of thought, yeah, 7's cool. 7's great, right? My last name has got 9 letters, so I've always kind of liked the number 9 as well. And 5 and 15 because of my date of birth, because I was born in the 15th century, of course. So what's everyone's favourite number? Oh, there's you licking the hood. 1 + 1 = 3. Yeah, I think you've been in America too long now. Right, that's it. Take them home. Take them home. Take them all back. We're remigration now, but we're importing as well. We're bringing everyone back. Yeah, like I said, you don't get out scot-free. You've got to come back. You've got to come back, right? Do it all again. And begin again. Yeah, some world that we're in. Right across the board, man. Number 4 is Justine's favourite number. Yeah, number 4. Nice round. Even number. Yep, I quite like it. But yeah, I like 5 as well. But only because I'm May. I'm born in May. So, and I've got of course, that makes me a Taurus. Yeah, the bull. Of course, the bull, right? The bad-tempered bull. Nah, hey, we're not all bad-tempered. We're quite good. Speak for yourself, of course. So yeah, good to see everyone. Anybody that I maybe missed there? Tommy in the hood, I think I maybe said hello. But I'm unsure. I'm saying it again. So good evening, or should I say good night, right? Lance, Justine, oh, sod it. And it's good night from him. Good man, good to hear you, good to see you. Well, see you, kinda, not even see you or hear you. Just see fucking letters on a screen. Hey, it's good to see letters on a screen. Fantastic, right? Yeah, I think we're okay. Wendy, Claire, Justine, Sean, Charmin, Julick, and Lance, Carmel, and the beautiful Justine. Fantastic. And I think earlier on, can I go right back? Probably not. Oh, Frank the Tank as well. Toffee as well, who was first in the door. I hope you're doing well, and hopefully we can catch up. So many small businesses and houses sold after 2020 because of the pandemic. Dun dun dun. The see the stories still online all of the time. Yeah, so much came from that, right? I mean, they fucking proper capitalized on the pandemic, man. I mean, fuck, holy Jesus. Wow. And that's it's again, that's the stuff we think about, the stuff we don't know about. In particular, with just finally, in particular, the whole Wonder Juice, roll up. Get your Wonder Juice, 3 shots in one, 10 shots in one. Yeah, it's totally safe. Look, here's a nurse gonna take it. Welcome to the stage. Shit, what was her name again? Tiffany Dover. Tiffany Dover walks in. Right, take a seat, Tiffany. Yep, totally safe. Don't worry about it. Put your mask on. Put your nappy on. Right, roll up your sleeve. Joof. Right in the arm. Then all of a sudden, falls over. But she's still here today, right? Sure. Okay. Okay. And that was quite early on. And fucking, you know what, man? Thinking back, I dread to imagine how many people have passed away now due to the Wonder Juice. You know? And remember as well, I think it must have been in 2022. Me and a friend from college. So in the afternoon, we went for lunch in a small cafe, and it was attached to the library. And we had both heard about the whole Bluetooth scenario. Remember? Oh, you can pick them up on the Bluetooth, right? And I thought, fuck, surely not. Surely not, right? It can't be. It can't be. So I remember on a couple of occasions, well, yeah, we thought, right, hey, we'll put it to the test. So we'll see how many people come in and come out, and we'll watch on the Bluetooth scanner to see if these codes come in and come out, and see if they match up with the numbers. And just about every time they fucking did. So we'd be sitting, say, we'd sit in the cafe, 2 people. There wouldn't be any like paired device or whatever. 2 people, 3 people would walk in. All of a sudden, bup. Three of them would pop up. You know, this weird kind of code, and it was like fucking hell. 2 of them went out. Right, two of the codes were gone, and it was like, oh, what have they done, man? What have they done to these people? They've turned them into walking devices, man. a product of Big Pharma. Do you know what's that all about? What are they going to hook people up to? What have they already been hooked up to? Do you know? Dread to imagine, to be honest. So, I reckon... Actually, I think I'll be back next... Well, this Saturday coming. So, let me think. I don't know what it's going to be about. I might just see who's about to come on and get someone on. Failing that, well, there is a couple of bits I could go over. I did do a stream about the global risk document. I don't think we've talked about that yet. So potentially on Saturday. No, it's more good news, right? Yay! Great news. So we might potentially talk about that on Saturday. Yeah, and maybe still get someone on as well. So fun and games, right? Fun and games. And I think also after that we'll be looking at doing a geoengineering update. So look out for that as well, of course. So yeah, good to see everyone in the hood. Fucking did I miss? No, we're alright, we're alright. 7, yeah, that's one of my favourites as well. Because the name has got 7 letters. So simple. 7 and 9. So if I was to put on the lottery, it would probably be similar to 5, 7, 9, 15. I do quite like the number 32 as well. Not that I put on the lottery. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, right? What would you do, man? I'm sure, I think it might have been last week. The Euro Millions lottery. I think it was about 100 and, I don't know, 10 million. And it's like, fuck it, what would you even do? I'm pretty sure many people could spend it quite easily, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think sometimes you know, a lot of people tend to, well, wish I won the lottery, I wish this, I wish the next thing. But as much as I firmly believe you can achieve whatever you want to achieve, in the same breath, you've got to be careful with what you wish for, right? You've got to be careful in that sense. Because you could be from the frying pan into the fire. And you don't want that, right? You don't want that. So yeah, good to see Carmel. I hope you're doing good, and Rich as well. I hope you're doing good in the hood and staying out of trouble, right? No detentions lately, I hope. I'll have to, have words with you. Get the belt out. Get the cane out. Nah, probably not. Hey, I'm not that bad. Not anymore, right? Not anymore. So yeah, that was a wee bit on the... I think what we'll begin to build is kind of... I mean, not even build it. Look at exposing this kind of infrastructure that Epstein and his colleagues clearly had, which enabled, in my view, human trafficking on every level imaginable, even. Hey, it's late, right? It's late. And I think on a grand scale, right across the board, linked also to what they call anyway in the emails orphanages, and they appear to have these lines. I don't know what you'd maybe call them. These travel lines where they would ship back and forth and fly. Different forms of cargo, most likely relating to humans, dead and alive. And you kind of think, well, what would they want with dead bodies? I wouldn't even want to fucking know, man. Wouldn't even want to know. Put it this way, it won't be to revive the poor buggers. It won't be. It fucking won't be. Chances are it'll be to bloody eat them or have some kind of ceremony. It would be more along them kind of lines, right? Like I said, it's grim, man. It's grim. And for me, it's a bit like, look, I can do so much, and then I've got to step on and move on. Do you know? Of course, I think we all wish that this wasn't the case, man. Do you know? Kind of wish that it would just it wouldn't be true, and it would just all go away, and we all wake up, and it was like I fucking had this weird dream about some dude called fucking some monster called Jeffrey Epstein and Jizzy Maxwell in a satanic island controlling the world. I mean, it's a nightmare, right? We are not worthy. So good to see you, and I hope yous are all doing well, and I hope you can catch it on Saturday, right? And we'll meet again and go again. And it'll be the second time in a week. And I must say, hey, like I said, I try when I get any time, I try my best. But I am kind of hands tied. Previously, when I was at college, I had fucking lots of time. Do you know? But now it's not the same. And people are going to say, well, he's a fucking dickhead now. He never comes on anymore. But hey, I'm still here. I will be back on. God granted. We ain't going away. Not yet. Not yet. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet, man. Guaranteed. So like I said, I do try my best. And yeah, because potentially there could be people who are wondering, well, where is he? He's not been on for 3 weeks. Where did he go? Where did he go, right? So just be advised that will be potentially few and far between. Well, for the foreseeable future. But I will still be here, and I'll still be operating, let's say, right? Without giving away too much. Keep it mysterious. Keep it mysterious, right? I'll still be here, and we keep going. Hey, like I always say, no fear. Get out there. Do what you want to do. Let nobody get in your way. Nobody, man. Nobody. No matter who they think they are. Nobody gets in the way. And like I always say, no matter what, no matter where, do not comply. And that is about it.